Smart sockets and a smart power strip? Let's check all of this out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at smart power. I'm looking at two different kinds of devices. One is a smart power outlet, and the other one is, and this is very cool, a smart power strip. So we'll start with the smart power outlet. It's a little easier to sort of understand and see how it works. It is a small little device, and basically you plug this into your wall or wherever you have power, and then you plug a device into the front, and then this controls whether that particular plugged in device gets power or not. Easy, right? Now, you can use the little tiny switch on the side, and that's really important. If your Wi-Fi goes down, you want to have a backup to be able to turn things off without having to unplug them. But where this gets really fun is you can pair it with something called the Smart Life app. And there's a lot of smart home companies that are moving into this Smart Life app. Pretty darn easy to work with. First time you plug it in, it's automatically, excuse me, it's automatically in pairing mode, and then from there, all you have to do is open up the app, it sees this device, boom, you're paired, and then supposedly it works with Alexa and Google Home, and you're supposed to go into that app to actually pair it, but it turns out that it automatically saw it for me. So my Echo system automatically saw this once I powered it up. So let's plug it in. And when you plug it in, it takes a couple of seconds to come back onto the Wi-Fi network. So you have to just sort of roll with that. Not a big deal. But eventually, and it takes just a couple seconds, it's not flashing. I think we're good. So I can go into the Smart Life app, and you can see in this close-up that I have both the socket and the power strip already connected, but I can turn it on and off, which of course you can't see. So I have my little aid. We're going to plug in this little string of lights and turn them on. And then, what do I have here? I have an Echo Dot. And I've called this one Computer to avoid confusion. So, Computer, turn off Teckin socket. How cool is that? And of course, you can name it anything you want. Generally, what I find with a lot of smart sockets in my house is name it for the appliance or device that's plugged in. So you can say something like turn on fan or turn off kitchen light, something like that, right? Really great. I really love these things. And what's nice is it's actually a 4-pack. So for the price of generally like 2 from other companies, you get 4 of these, and they're nice and small. And you can see in this close-up that using it in one outlet does not preclude you from using the other outlet too. Another important criterion. So these are, like I said, the Teckin smart outlets. And I'm going to get to the prices at the end because I want to now talk about the power strip. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to not only leave this thing plugged in, and we'll just go ahead and turn the lights on, but I'm going to use a USB device too, because as you can see in this close-up, there's 4 grounded power plugs and 4 USB. Now, be aware that only the rightmost of the USB plugs is controllable via the smart system. The other 3 are just always hot. So whether that's something that you'd kind of wish all 4 of them were controllable, or whether you're fine with that, at least now you know. Now, this one's a little more complicated because it has a built-in surge protector. It's a UL approved, has a 3-foot cord. The cord could probably be a little longer, but it's a 3-foot, pretty heavy-duty cord, and it can take anything from 110 to 240 volts, 10 amp maximum load, built-in circuit breaker. If it starts to overheat, it will power down and just turn everything off. So, you know, there's a lot of safety mechanisms built into this. And again, it works with the Smart Life app. But in this case, the Smart Life app's a little more complicated because each of these plugs actually gets its own control. So I can control this. I've named them 1, 2, 3, 4. So computer, turn off T4. Okay, now this is actually not a recommended strategy because I've also powered down my smart socket, which will then have to reconnect. Oops, wasn't even plugged in properly, right? So it's gonna again have to reconnect. So computer, turn on Teckin power strip. So one of the other things you can do is you can control all of them at once. So instead of having to unplug this, you can literally turn everything off. And again, just like with these little guys, there is a power override. So if I turn this light on, let's turn the light on. Maybe I don't have that on. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so turn that on. And what I'm also doing is I have my phone plugged in. So it's a little hard for you to tell, but my phone is charging because it's on this, right? I can turn everything off with a button. Boom. So now it's not charging. This light's off. Everything's powered down. Turn everything back on, and now it's charging again, right? Handy. But what if I want to turn off that USB? So that one's a little tricky because, again, you got to come up with unique names for all these individual things. So I have computer turn off TUSB. And let's see if that works. And no, apparently, oh no, that's correct. It turned it off. And we'll be able to see, because when I turn it back on, you should see the phone wake up and show me it's charging. So let's give that a try. Computer, turn on TUSB. There we go. Pretty cool, isn't that? So, the power strip is really, really cool. And what I really like about this, so you can plug in all sorts of stuff like your AV system or something, right? It is a surge protection system. It has all the USB right there for whatever devices you need that actually have that sort of power. And then all of it's controllable. So you can give things different names. You can run extension cords off of here if you really want to, though a 4-pack of these is going to be a whole lot more flexible in terms of arrangement. But between them, you really have right here the start of a really nice smart home system. Probably you want to have some sort of a voice system like this Echo Dot, which is super inexpensive, or the Google Home Spot, same sort of size and format, also super inexpensive. Or you can just use the app and you can just do that. That's fine too, right? So you can also, it's so flexible. I already have a bunch of Amazon Echo devices. So for me, walking in and saying turn on power strip or something is totally normal. And having everything power up, sounds pretty nice. So all that's left to do is to really talk about the price, because that's really all we haven't talked about, right? Everything else, really, really a fan. But let's talk about the price. But before we get there, I'm going to ask if you can subscribe to my channel. Really do appreciate when you do that, and it helps us stay in touch. I get access to a ton of products and devices, often before they're even on the market, which means I can give you a lot of insight into the best things to purchase, and I'm always a straight shooter. I'll tell you what's wrong, I'll tell you what's annoying, and I'll tell you what's great about a product. And sometimes, like these products, this is pretty much a commodity at this point. So these are really nice, they work, they're easy. Once you pair them, you'll never have to mess around with them ever again, because they work on your Wi-Fi network and there's no hub needed. So you don't need to buy something else to be the centerpiece of your smart home. These are ready to roll if you have Wi-Fi. And honestly, if you're watching this video, you've got Wi-Fi. So let's just talk price. Now, these Teckin smart outlets, let me try not to drop them. So it's a 4-pack. I'm holding 3 because the 4th one's here. It's a 4-pack Teckin smart outlet for $29.99 at Amazon.com. And this will instantly get you up and rolling, and you can give each of them their own names depending on what you're going to plug in or how you want to name them, right? And then let me just unplug this and unplug this and show you. I really like this power strip. I like smart power strips, actually. Very helpful. So this Teckin smart power strip is $39.99 at Amazon.com. Now, I have links in the description for this video for both of those products if you don't want to hunt for them on Amazon. So just go into the description and click on those short little Amazon links. And that's all I got. I'm going to plug everything back in, and I'm going to enjoy my, yes, Halloween lights in the spring. That's how it goes, which means I'll catch you in my next video.